Male shot, 1225 6th Avenue.
Hear me on this. He is no hero.
We have a description on this perpetrator.
How people can like this guy, that's a sickness, actually.
And insult the intelligence of the American people.
I think they should probably have a mural to Luigi somewhere, right?
This was Luigi Mangione at his latest court hearing. A villain or a hero? On that question, America is divided. He's the alleged assassin who spawned a line in merchandise.
Luigi Mangione is a name that has stirred up more chaos than anyone could have imagined. At 26 years old, he's being labeled everything from a cold-blooded killer to a revolutionary hero. To some, he's a villain. To others, he's a symbol of resistance. To me, I can't lie, he's kind of attractive in that mysterious, brooding way. But let's get one thing straight. This story isn't just about some random criminal escapade. It's not frivolous gossip or some pointless rabbit hole about a celebrity's bad shoe choices. No, this story touches on something far more profound. The broken healthcare system, the greed that fuels it, and the millions of lives it impacts daily. That's why I'm here, sitting in front of a camera, yapping about Luigi Mangione and his place in this chaotic saga that feels more intricate than the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's. Ever since Luigi's arrest, new information has been pouring out like water from a busted dam. His life, his motives, his connections, it's like peeling back the layers of an onion, only to find more questions than answers at every turn. After my initial video, I made a community post referencing the number 286, which seems to follow Luigi like a shadow. It's almost eerie how this number weaves itself into his story. For starters, his Twitter banner features a Pokemon named Breloom, which just happens to be the 286th Pokemon in the Pokédex. A random coincidence? Maybe. But wait, it doesn't stop there. Luigi has 286 posts on his account, and his cousin, Nino Mangione, a Baltimore representative, follows exactly 286 people on social media. Then there's the Bible verse, Proverbs 28:6. Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man who is crooked in his ways. If that isn't a direct jab at America's greedy CEOs, I don't know what is. And of course, the healthcare system denial code 286, which relates to insurance refusals for coverage due to miscommunication or claims that a service isn't necessary. It's like the universe itself is conspiring to tie Luigi's actions to this number, making the coincidences feel far too deliberate to ignore. Adding to the strangeness, Luigi was arrested in a McDonald's 286 miles away from the scene of Brian Thompson's shooting. But the circumstances of his arrest raise even more questions. Why was he caught with murder inventory on him if the bag the killer wore in the surveillance footage was found in a park? Why didn't the gun he was arrested with match the one shown in the video of the shooting? And how did anyone even recognize him while he was wearing a mask? It feels like a story that's been patched together with duct tape and wishful thinking. Even Luigi's lawyer has publicly declared that the government has zero concrete evidence tying him to the crime. "Here's all the evidence I have," the lawyer said, pointing to an empty table. "Nothing. I've seen nothing. They've shown us nothing." The supposed fingerprints found at the scene on a busy New York City street? That's laughable. How could they even pinpoint his prints among the thousands of others who likely touched the same surfaces? The math isn't mathing, and the story is riddled with holes so big you could drive a truck through them. Then there's Luigi himself, making headlines again with a statement during his extradition hearing. It is completely out of touch and an insult to the intelligence of the American people and their lived experiences, he said. And honestly, he's not wrong. If you've ever dealt with the US healthcare system, you know the rage that comes with it. As a diabetic, I can tell you firsthand how infuriating it is to have your life hang in the balance of insurance approvals. The stress alone is enough to shave years off your life. These companies rake in billions while denying basic, life-saving care. They claim it's all about cost management, but the truth is, they're hoarding profits at the expense of human lives. Between 2020 and 2022, denial rates for post-acute care more than doubled, jumping from 10.9% to 22.7%. During that same period, United Healthcare's earnings soared by an additional $40 billion. Think about that. $40 billion made by simply refusing to help people. And they get away with it because they've bought off politicians from both sides of the aisle. They donate to everyone, ensuring that no matter who's in office, their corruption remains untouchable. This is why people are rallying around Luigi, even as they acknowledge the moral complexities of his alleged actions. Sure, killing someone is wrong, but when a healthcare CEO gets murdered, and the public response isn't outrage but celebration, that speaks volumes about the brokenness of the system. People are desperate, they're angry, they're tired of being treated like expendable numbers on a spreadsheet.